do you know, I'm not going to spend very much time on this card because I think it's quite possibly my least favourite card, and I always do an eye roll whenever I get it in a reading. Simply put, you know, the Hierophant is similar to the High Priestess. You know, like her, he's between two pillars. But unlike her, his arms are spread open and he has an audience at his feet. He's clad in priestly robes, blesses the men who kneel before him. The two pillars are the symbol of duality and the balance that needs to be struck between opposites. He's got his hand raised with his thumb and first two fingers pointing up, the other two fingers folded in on his palm. And this indicates the distinction between above and below, you know, the same as the magician. You know, gods and men, spirit and matter, and he stands as a link between the two. Through this priest, people obtain knowledge of the spirit and can communicate with the gods. The keys of heaven are crossed at the foot of the throne and stand for the knowledge of good and evil. You know, the Hierophant kind of embodies the sort of the other face of the masculine, whereas the Emperor stands for, you know, worldly material goods. The Hierophant is the spiritual one. And again, the card on the right, I think, does this really, really well. He's sat on a throne made of bricks that are you know, what's the word? The way they're put together makes sense. Yeah, so this is all about sort of greater good. I mean, you've even got a beehive on the top of his staff there. You know, the classic thing from Marcus Aurelius, if it isn't good for the hive, it's not good for the bees. And I think the Hierophant's like that. It's a bit about, you know, the greater good. You know, bees basically live, work and die for the colony, you know, so they're doing it for the greater good. You know, shared beliefs, and you can band together as a group. But, you know, this is a neutral card. You could band together for good or for evil. But usually this is assistance from a wise or helpful person and guidance, and trying to find the kind of spiritual meaning of life, I suppose. Like I say, it's not a card I get a lot, and it's not a card I like very much. I think they both nail it. I think I probably prefer the TrueBlack one because I like the idea that he becomes faceless because it's not about the person, it's about the belief.